color segregation all the way from colonial days, you have never acknowledged the fact that we are functionally the same. Before your eyes, colored people are nothing but orangutans and monkeys. You perceive Africans, and indeed any black anywhere, as savagery. We are not humans to you, but subhumans. Oh yes, you conclude that Africans are abnormal and provide the link between you, the humans, and the animals. Oh, white race, are you really white? And are we really black? Or you think we know not of colors? Our ancestors experienced your brutality. They tried to resist your quest to destroy Africa and its institutions, but you heed their plea not. Oh yes, you succeeded in satisfying your god of thirst for African resources. Your own Conrad Joseph in Heart of Darkness confirms of all your evils. He says the Belgians, who were notorious thieves of gold and the gospel missionaries from London, forgot their so-called civilization agenda and turned into worshipping ivory. They notoriously killed our elephants and took away ivory. He goes ahead to question why you never respected the wonderful cultures of the Africans. Your own Conrad Joseph laments of the killings, the torture, and the decimation of Africans who oppose your agenda of robbery with violence. Your quest to kill African languages is evident, as Professor Ngugi wa Thiong'o laments in his book Decolonizing the Mind. And Chinua Achebe cries and condemns of the annihilation of African structures in Things Fall Apart, or Vindu Vikwaluweka, as those from my Luya dialect will say. Oh, white race, when you realize that the so-called black men and women were so industrious than your own folk, you embarked on another filthy mission, which you still described as your burden to civilize Africa. You took them into your countries as slaves, and then, and even today, you still find it uncomfortable to live with them. You still want to throw them against the white sharpness. Shame to you, white. We see race segregation all over, be it when we cast our eyes onto our international footballers, be it when we are students or employees in America, China, London, Paris, Brussels, Lisbon, and Nairobi countries, and the manifold of it. Orangutan and monkey are the labels for Africa. Oh, white race, if indeed you are white, is the God of love you inculcated in Africans not in you? Whether in the trope of Jesus Christ or in the symbol of Prophet Muhammad, why do you make it to appear as if the whole existence of God you brought to Africa is but an allegory of all generations? But why should I lament when Africa is independent? Why should I complain of the antagonism and prejudice and stereotype of the white race when the African nations are free and sovereign states? It's indeed time to ruminate as African nations. It's time to think as African states. Where is the spirit of Pan-Africanism? Did it die with Kwame Nkrumah and Haile Selassie and Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere and Muammar Gaddafi? Not to mention of Ahmed Sekou Toure, Thomas Sankara, and never to forget W.E.B. Du Bois. Or have we left it to a few like Professor P.L.O. Lumumba and author Chimamanda Adichie? We must call the Organization of Africa Union to order. Can't we celebrate the late Ken Walibora and the like-minded for Africa to have its own language? Perhaps Swahili has a greater chance. Don't we think that capitalism as a model we adopted from our colonial masters keeps on generating wealth for the very few and generating poverty for many Africans? Where are the African economists and the many scholars? Why can't they recommend another model of development? Should we die with capitalism? I think Mandela was right when he said South Africa needed its own model of development for its own conditions was so unique, and that he cared not whether the cat is black or white, but so long as it can catch the mice. Are our African conditions still not so unique? Whites, for instance, enjoy capitalism because they used our own people as slaves to develop their countries. Where are we going to get the slaves from to build Africa? We must ask ourselves the question as our own Dambisa Moyo posts. What should come first between democracy and economy? Between the well-being of the people and politics? Perhaps because of giving priority to politics in Africa is when our people are boiling stones for food in this coronavirus dispensation. Africa indeed needs to rise. It's the time to unite. It's the time to put economy first and democracy later. It's time, as Haile Selassie and Kwame Nkrumah wanted, to have an African currency. Africa must rise, and let us join hands and uphold the spirit of Pan-Africanism, for the white race will surely hold us hostage by debts forever. We must now confess that we are tired to be beggars. Are you Presidents Uhuru Kenyatta, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Paul Biya, Idris Deby, Nana Akufo, Mohamed Buhari, and Cyril Ramaphosa, just but to mention a few, not tired of Eurobonds? And why are African scholars running down our institutions? Isn't it an effect of capitalism to have your own share and build your own empire? Yes, instead of demonstrating academic empathy, you throw to your subjects and indeed our people intellectual ignorance. Too pathetic, I should say. It is a pity that African governments are beggars and cannot do without Bretton Woods institutions such as IMF and World Bank. It's a shame that our churches are beggars to the very white race, and even our mosques are not free either. It is regrettable that Africans perceive every white as rich to the extent that when African girls have love relationship with even old dying whites, they feel fulfilled and in heaven. Africa must indeed wake up to salvage itself from the shame of the world. Or have we forgotten Tony Blair's infamous statement that Africa is a scar on the conscience of the whole world and humanity? I pray to see a focused post-corona Africa, and Pan-Africanism or AU must really function. Africa must wake up. Felix Mlunda Nasiombe is my name, and I cry for Africa.